Welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a while since I, did a video, but I finally found my spark again. Yes, I said I was going to do it technically 2 days ago, a video, but I passed out and spending time with someone. But I'm going to do a video today that I know people, mostly another good friend and fellow YouTuber of mine, has been waiting for a little while. Welcome, everyone, to my Watch Dogs video. What if Deku was a part of dedsec? Now, to establish some things, the timeline and stuff, this story will take place after Legions. After Bloodlines, I should say. That's when the story is going to take place. Well, after the main game, because I think Bloodlines a prequel? I don't know. But either way, it takes place during that. It takes place after that. We cut over to, Japan. Well, actually, we cut over to Wretch, talking with the members of the London branch of dedsec, saying how maybe they should form a branch in Japan, since C2S has been working together with the heroes. Wretch says that's a good idea because he always wanted to go to Japan, as his mask would show hearts and stuff, with Marcus, who's there acting as representative for the American branch / San Francisco branch, just looks at Wretch saying, "Really? You just want to go buy anime shit, don't you?" Wretch then responds like, "Oh, come on, Marcus, you don't have to expose me like that." Also, sorry if I'm a little quiet. There's someone nearby sleeping, and I'd rather not wake her up, because she's going to get angry. But anyways, we cut a couple months later in Japan with a group of 2 hackers who just hacked into UA security, doing the signature troll, doing just a rickroll on Nezu, as Nezu gets a glimpse at their usernames. Well, he recognizes the trademarks of 2 particular hackers, Quirkless Nobody and Mind Wiper. 2 prominent hackers that's been going around and giving info to the police and heroes alike. But doesn't mean they do that legally. No, they're hackers. So the heroes label them as vigilantes. However, the police has labeled them as informants, so it leaves them in more of a gray area. They can do what they can. However, the police, kind of like how the Londoners viewed dedsec over in London, the police thinks that this might be another dedsec group. Well, they're not entirely wrong. We cut over to a little, I guess you can say, rundown arcade in Kyoto, where we see a teenager with green hair and green eyes is sitting on a chair eating some potato chips, with a teenager with purple hair, all messy, walks in. He simply says, "Ugh, Izuku. We got dedsec trying to contact us again." Deku, or Izuku, responds with, "Again? Again. Do they not know that we already accepted their invite? They just have to send someone. Because we're not wealthy enough to go over to them. Hell no." The reason why we're so untraceable is because we use older technology. That's why we're a threat. But also why we're viewed in high regards. Shinzo then responds with, yeah, that's the thing. They actually are sending someone from, apparently, they're sending two people, actually. They're sending their inside man in Japan, aka their dedsec representative, as well as a new member to our little crew that the representatives picked up and personally trained. Apparently, I heard she's quite good. Izuku takes interest in this, like, is that so? Do you know the work of the representative? Shinzo responds with, yes. It's your favorite dedsec member, actually. Izuku says, no way. He's the representative for us? He's the representative coming to talk to us. You're damn right. The wretch is coming to meet us. Deku instantly scrambles, saying, like, what about the girl you said he was bringing? Oh, she is a hacker that's appeared recently. I've been keeping track of her work personally, because she's really good at what she does. She's named herself Kitsune. Kitsune Empress. To the people part of the roleplay Discord I'm part of, and I know you guys watch this video, will probably watch this video when it pops up. Yep. She gave me permission to actually use it. Now then, everyone, let's continue. Deku and Shinzo are frantically running around the place, cleaning it up, making sure everything's nice and neat for when Wretch arrives. Because this arcade is run down, yes. However, they do have a cover operation. They're doing a quote unquote fundraising to restore this arcade, which they do use the money they get from the fundraising to restore the arcade as their cover operation. Since they're really only people that know what this little group of this group of two hackers, simply known as Neo-Informadats, Kameradens, you can also kind of say for Germans, Informadats. Ah, damn it. Basically, they call themselves the Rats. I'll just say that. I want to say Kameradens because I believe that's commander in German. The Rat Kameradens. Kameradens. There we go. They're pretty well known around Japan. No one knows how many members they have because they're never really seen. People draw comparisons to their group with dedsec, seeing how they act more like a Robin Hood figure. At least they compare themselves to more of the American dedsec, and not the London dedsec, which is the face of the people. But 4 hours later, and a knock is heard at the door. When they open it, our good old friend Wretch is there, with a girl roughly the same age as Midoriya, who is 18. I'm not going to R18 stuff, so no, hell no. I'm just roughly going about both our ages, real life ages actually. So yeah. Now we go forward and more, and we realize, as Wretch begins to sit down talking about the proposal, Kitsune walks up to Deku, simply introducing herself as Kitsune, or her real name. I'm not using her actual real name, because no. Her real name, Yumiko. I could do the Persona reference by having her last name be Amagi, but I'm not doing that. She introduced herself as Yumiko. No, I'll do this. Yumiko Yadarozu. The disgraced bastard child of the Yadarozus. Izuku Midoriya introduced himself saying, I'm Izuku Midoriya, the last living Midoriya. After all said and done, Shinzo's done talking with the agreements. Shinzo then introduces himself to Kitsune, or Yumiko, saying that his name is Shinzo and, well, he's an orphan. And then they explain why Kitsune then got curious about what caused them to start with their hacking gig. Wretch is getting all his gear set up for them, and he's secretly listening on this because he's curious as well. Just didn't have the guts to actually ask them himself. Deku goes first saying that his reasoning for, well, becoming a hacker was to help the police who always struggles what the heroes can do, which always being too self-reliant on the heroes. So he decided to, well, become a hacker to hack information, including information that heroes hide themselves, so they can get all pure credit and not give any to the police. Shinzo's reasoning, he explains that his reasoning was so he doesn't have to witness his family dying. So he doesn't have anyone else witness their family dying like he once did. Yumiko then explains her reasoning, saying that she just wants to get payback on the Yadarozus. And how, since she has a quirk called, you guessed it, Kitsune. A fox girl, basically. Because fox girls are better. That she has multiple tails. Unlike a normal Kitsune quirk, a normal fox quirk, they would only have one tail. But her quirk, Kitsune, gives her 9 tails, like the 9-tailed fox. She has unique properties to charm people. Yes, I'm basically making Yumiko sorta Ari, okay? Just the charming abilities, because I'm going mostly based on the SCP, Kumiho. Basically, or the myth, Kumiho. / folklore. I'm basically going on that. Deku instinctively takes out a notebook and writes her quirk and her strengths and weaknesses. And then about 2 hours later, Deku hands her a piece of paper with how to improve her quirk and how to utilize her quirk in hacking. Kitsune looks up at him saying, so you're, what? How'd you do this with barely any information? Shinzo looks over at Kitsune and just says, you'll get used to it. He's kind of the brains of our operation. I'm the face, he's the brains. He's unique. He might not have a quirk, but his unique ability just to map out every quirk, their strength, their weaknesses, and how to better utilize them, what they're trying to do. That's how he operates. That's why when you see this classic dedsec blur when you're checking security cams, when you check his security cams, he's completely invisible. Not even a blur. He's gone. How, you might ask? Not even I know, and he refuses to tell. Sometimes a leader might need their secrets. Wretch hears this and says, so that's where my emitter went. That's where my emitter field went, huh? Good job, kid. You managed to steal that away from dedsec. Shinzo just turns around saying, wait, what? Yeah, I made an emitter field a while back. This emitter emulate a small EMP blast that you can control the how big and how wide and how long it stays up. I set out when breaking in to a government-owned facility, which I believe was a school you guys called UA. And that's where I actually saw your work. And I'm surprised my camp stuff worked, and I'm surprised the invisibility feature worked, honestly. I was really hoping that mouse-looking guy didn't catch me. But when I seen the papers on him from the files, I'm pretty sure he knew, but just didn't give a shit. So, how's your operations gonna go? I'm here until you guys get a nice stable group of 5 people. Then I'll be leaving. Ooh, I have an idea, actually. How old are you guys? Izuku says, I know what you're gonna say. I don't have a quirk, so I'm mostly gonna stay in the back lines. Kitsune will probably be the best bet. Shinzo, he'll be good, but Shinzo responds with, I had bad experiences of school, let's just say. Wretch then says, gotcha. So, apprentice, how do you feel about attending UA? Because I'm pretty sure I can hack into their mainframe to add your school ID, add a school ID for you. And I'm pretty sure you want to change your last name from Yadarosu to something else, is that correct? Yuriko simply nods. Midoriya, Izuku simply says, put it under Midoriya. The heroes never really cared about the Midoriya, so they don't even know my family's dead. So they don't even know how many kids we had. So simply put her name in as Yumiko Midoriya. Quirk, Nine-Tailed Fox. Because you said your quirk was Kitsune, wasn't that correct, Yumiko? Yes. Yes, it was. So just limit yourself to Nine-Tailed Fox. So your parents don't catch on to our little ploy. Russian sparkles, saying, now I see why they call you the mastermind of this operation. Now I see why Brainwasher calls... Brain Wiper calls you the mastermind of this operation. I love it. Doug just waved his hand and is like, yeah. Hey Shinzo, how's our other member doing? Oh, you mean our inside guy? Yeah. Maybe get in contact with him, saying he'll have someone in his class. I'm pretty sure he would be ecstatic to know. Right. Izuku starts laughing a little bit, so I'm like, yeah, Gretch, we already had an inside guy in there. But I mostly want Kitsune to go in because I'm pretty sure that our Fox Quirk user would actually help her in her abilities. Rich just turns around and thinks, that works beautifully. I'll get started on it. I'll get started on it for you, boss. Oh wait, I'm your boss. Rich, sir, you're technically our boss right now. You're getting the operation set up, and once you set us up, you're leaving, isn't that correct? That is correct, so just think of me as the on-site manager. Or supervisor. Nah, I like the idea of manager better. Just think of me as your manager. I'll be here anytime you need me. For information or anything. Or hell, maybe I'll even find some new members that might work. We have 4, so we could use 2 more at least. That would be perfect. I'll get started on my hunt. I think I know a few people. Fast forward to the day of the UA entrance exam, we cut over to, well, me. It's not a self-insert one, I'm just kind of having myself in there because Kitsune is my new lover. Yep, I said it. Well, anyways, me and Kitsune both meet up and we discuss, and Kitsune gives the passphrase. Water under the bridge. The water under the bridge is sometimes opaque, but sometimes can be cloudy. Whenever the clouds form, whenever a cloud storms in a water under the bridge, a storm is brewing, which results in an easy way for an entrance. I simply smile, saying, "Ah, so you're Kitsune. Nice to meet you. I'm simply known as the Fox. I might not be a hacker, but I'm the inside man for all of our operations. I'm attending UA in Class 1B. Well, I'm guaranteed a spot in Class 1B thanks to, well, your little friend there named Wretch. He's a swell guy, I should say. Though school has already started for people. I'll scratch that. I would say this is 2 days after UA started. During the Heroes vs. Villains. Outside of school. Wretch has hacked their system to inputs Kitsune in as a transfer to 1A. I'm just waiting outside of 1B before class to lead her to 1A. After she gave me the passphrase. I simply say, "Now be careful in there, you." Because I heard there's an angry Pomeranian in the class. I only heard rumors, but when I brought it up to main man, he definitely said there's a lot of Pomeranian in there. So I believe him. Just be careful now. Right, love? Goodman just turns to the Fox, just gives him a blank stare. The Fox simply says, "Damn, that's cold. I'll see you around. If I have any information, I'll hand it off to you. If I can't hand it off to you, I'll just send it over. I'll send it over to Wiper. To Brain Wiper. Or Brainwasher. Don't even know. We call him so many different names." Fast forward through the Heroes vs. Villains, nothing interesting happens. Kitsune is trying to stay in the middle of the crowd. We cut over to Deku, who's currently talking with Wretch about new members. As Wretch gets a hit. I found one. Her name is Toga Himiko. Odd. Her quirk is called... I actually don't know, it doesn't say. But it does say the description of her quirk. Allows her to transform into people that she sucks the blood out of. Deku and Wretch both look at each other and both say at the same time, "She's a fucking vampire! We need her in the crew!" And that's where I'm going to end it off for today, guys. Yeah, it's a little slower, a little shorter than I would try to normally do. But I made this late and I hear rustling nearby, and I'd rather not piss the actual Kitsune off. So I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys enjoy my return video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.